why am I singing their music? Well, it's my music too. Now, that's me growing up in a segregated southern state. And they're a little nervous.
From the impoverished fields of Mississippi, where dreams were often buried beneath harsh realities, Charley Pride rose to become an immortal icon of country music. He not only shattered racial barriers, but also touched the hearts of millions with his warm and soulful voice. Yet behind the spotlight lay untold stories of racism, fractured relationships, and family secrets buried deep. Charley Pride embodied unyielding willpower and unrelenting passion. From a self-taught boy learning to play the guitar to becoming the first black artist to grace the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, he proved that one's origins do not determine their destiny. But was success enough to heal the wounds within his family? And what made him the man who defied every social prejudice? Join us in uncovering the inspiring, challenging, and tragic tale of Charley Pride, a life that was not only a song of resilience but a legacy that stands the test of time. Early life. Charley Pride was born on March 18, 1934, in Sledge, Mississippi, into a poor sharecropping family. The fourth of 11 children, Charley grew up in economic hardship, where each day for his family revolved around laboring in the cotton fields. With 8 brothers and 3 sisters, Charley once shared that their lives centered on physical toil to secure their next meal. The name Charley Frank Pride itself carries a story. Initially, his parents intended to name him Charles Frank Pride, but an administrative error on his birth certificate altered the spelling. The family decided to keep it, and it was with this name that Charley would go on to build an extraordinary legacy in the world of country music. At the age of 14, Charley's mother scraped together enough money to buy him a guitar from her meager savings. Without any formal instruction, he taught himself chords and melodies by listening to songs on the radio. Though he had a love for music, Charley's true dream at the time was baseball. He spent countless hours practicing, aspiring to one day play for major teams like his brother Mac Pride, who was a player in the Negro Leagues. Mac was not only a source of inspiration, but also encouraged Charley to push beyond limits to pursue his dreams. However, living in Mississippi during the 1930s and 1940s was far from easy. As a black family, the Prides faced numerous social barriers. Racial discrimination limited their opportunities, from accessing education to basic rights. Despite these challenges, Charley maintained an optimistic spirit. He understood that escaping poverty required working harder than those around him. The hardships did not diminish the unity within his family. Charley fondly recalled that their evenings spent together were some of the most cherished moments, as they sang country songs to lighten their burdens. This sense of togetherness became a profound source of motivation for him to overcome obstacles. From a boy teaching himself guitar and dreaming of a baseball career, Charley Pride began laying the groundwork for his extraordinary journey. The difficulties he faced did not deter him. Instead, they fueled his determination to rise above his circumstances. Early career, Charley Pride began his journey of chasing dreams with baseball, his greatest passion during his youth. In 1952, he signed a contract to play for the Memphis Red Sox, a team in the Negro League dedicated to black players. Known for his precise pitching and impressive strength, Charley quickly garnered attention and earned a contract with the Boise Yankees, a Class C affiliate within the New York Yankees farm system. However, his path in professional baseball did not unfold as planned. A severe injury to his throwing arm caused Charley to lose control of his pitches, a critical skill for any top pitcher. Once a promising talent, he was demoted to a Class D team and eventually released from the Yankees training system. Undeterred by this setback, Charley continued playing for lower-level teams such as the Louisville Clippers and Missoula Timberjacks, but persistent injuries gradually closed the door on his dream of making it to the big leagues. In 1956, Charley joined the U.S. Army and was stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado. While there, he played for his unit's baseball team and helped them win the All-Army Sports Championship, one of his most cherished memories from that time. However, after being discharged in 1958, he was unable to regain his previous form, and opportunities in professional baseball began to dwindle. Even so, Charley Pride never stopped striving. After being let go by the Missoula Timberjacks in 1960, he took a job as a laborer at the Asarco smelting plant in Montana. His life became a daily grind of backbreaking work, often unloading coal and feeding it into furnaces that reached temperatures of up to 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit. The job was not only exhausting, but also dangerous. Yet Charley persevered to support his family and keep his dreams alive. Despite the toil of the smelting plant, Charley's passion for music, which had been growing within him for years, began to take root. During his free time, he would pick up his old guitar and play the melodies he had taught himself as a boy. He often performed before semi-professional baseball games for the East Helena Smelterites to earn extra income. These brief performances quickly caught the audience's attention. In fact, the team's management began paying him to sing for 15 minutes before each game as a way to attract more fans to the stands. Surprisingly, those modest performances opened an entirely new door in Charley Pride's life. Fans came not just to watch baseball, but also to hear him sing. It was a small yet significant step that set him on the path to music. The big break came in 1958 when Charley recorded demo tracks at Sun Studios in Memphis, a launching pad for legends like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. While his recordings didn't garner immediate widespread attention, they began to impress those in the industry. Around this time, renowned country artists such as Red Sovine and Red Foley also recognized Charley's musical talent. They not only encouraged him to move away from baseball, but also instilled in him the confidence to pursue a professional singing career. Charley's shift from baseball to music wasn't merely the result of their advice. It was a bold decision he made for himself. It was a risky move, a black baseball player from Montana, where country music had virtually no place for someone like him, daring to dream of breaking into the industry. At that time, country music was still widely seen as a genre reserved for white artists. But Charley Pride refused to let such prejudices hold him back. When Red Sovine and Red Foley introduced him to RCA Victor, he was ready to face every challenge that lay ahead. This career pivot not only transformed Charley's life, but also shook the very foundations of the country music industry. Yet, this was just the beginning. Those early steps, though fraught with difficulty, laid the groundwork for a legend, a man who would not only conquer the music world but also break racial barriers in the process. Charley Pride's successful career. After years of relentless effort, Charley Pride finally reached a turning point that transformed him from a music enthusiast into a recognized artist. In 1966, he released the single "The Snakes Crawl at Night." However, the song didn't achieve the success he had hoped for. At that time, the country music industry was still wary of embracing a black artist, making Charley's journey far more challenging than that of his peers. Yet, he refused to give up, continuing to record and release more songs, steadfast in his pursuit of his passion. The major breakthrough came in 1967 with the release of the single "Just Between You and Me." The song immediately garnered public attention, climbing to the 9th spot on the Hot Country Songs chart and opening the doors to the career Charley had always dreamed of. The success of the track not only showcased his extraordinary talent, but also dispelled doubts and prejudices from both audiences and the music industry. This song earned Charley his first Grammy nomination, a milestone that few black artists in the country music genre at the time had achieved. The warm reception of "Just Between You and Me" paved the way for numerous new opportunities. Charley Pride began performing on larger stages and winning over even the most skeptical fans of country music. During a major performance at Detroit's Olympia Stadium, audiences discovered for the first time that Charley Pride was black. The initial surprise quickly gave way to admiration, thanks to his emotive voice and exceptional technique. However, few people realize that when Charley Pride started his music career, he had to overcome not only personal challenges, but also the immense barrier of racial prejudice. At the time, a black artist in the country music scene, often seen as the exclusive domain of white performers, was a rarity. This led music producers to make controversial decisions, such as hiding Charley's image on album covers. Initially, Charley's records were released without his photograph, a strategy intended to minimize negative reactions from white audiences who might be hesitant to accept a black singer. Instead of focusing on his appearance, producers hoped that his music would create its own appeal before audiences became aware of his racial background. This approach sparked mixed reactions. Some viewed it as a denial of Charley's identity, while others saw it as a necessary tactic to help him break into the music market. Despite the controversies, Charley Pride chose to remain silent. He did not respond negatively to the decisions made about his image, but instead focused on refining his music and performance style. "They don't care what color I am as long as I sing well," he once said. And indeed, his music spoke for itself. Hits like "Just Between You and Me" and "Kiss an Angel Good Morning" quickly climbed the charts, proving that talent transcends race. In the years that followed, as Charley Pride's reputation solidified, he no longer needed strategies to conceal his image. His overwhelming success and the love his audience had for his music erased the initial prejudices, paving the way for other black artists in the country music genre. This wasn't just a personal milestone for Charley, but a historic moment for country music, where he became a symbol of change and breaking societal barriers. Between 1969 and 1971, Charley Pride's career skyrocketed, transforming him from a promising artist into an irreplaceable icon of country music. During this period, he released 8 songs that reached #1. One on the charts, including well-known hits like "All I Have to Offer You Is Me," "Is Anybody Going to San Antone," and most notably, "Kiss an Angel Good Morning." Released in 1971, "Kiss an Angel Good Morning" quickly became the most iconic song of Charley Pride's career. With its gentle melody and heartfelt lyrics, the song not only dominated country music charts, but also broke into the Billboard Hot 100, an exceptional feat for country songs of that era. The song solidified Charley's position at the peak of his career and helped him transcend the boundaries of country music, reaching a broader audience. It also garnered praise from his peers, including Dolly Parton, who remarked, "Charley doesn't just sing, he tells the story of his heart, and that's what connects with the audience." In the same year, 1971, Charley Pride was named Entertainer of the Year at the CMA Awards, becoming the first black artist in history to receive this honor. He also won Male Vocalist of the Year for 2 consecutive years, 1971 and 1972. These accolades were not only a testament to his extraordinary talent, but also a symbolic victory, signaling change in an industry that had long resisted diversity. Alongside his successful singles, Charley Pride also made his mark with the compilation album The Best of Charley Pride, released in 1969. The album quickly surpassed 1 million copies sold, becoming one of RCA Victor's best-selling records at the time and earning a gold certification. This achievement was a clear testament to the public's admiration for Charley Pride and the profound impact he had on the music industry. Charley's influence wasn't confined to the United States. He took his music to the world stage. In 1976, amidst intense political and religious conflict in Northern Ireland, Charley performed in Belfast and delivered the song "Crystal Chandeliers." The track became an instant symbol of peace, beloved by both sides of the conflict. His decision to perform in such a volatile region demonstrated not only Charley's courage, but also his deep connection with his global audience. In Northern Ireland, "Crystal Chandeliers" was more than just a song. It became a message of hope and unity. During his career, which spanned from 1966 to 1987, Charley Pride achieved remarkable success. Over 52 songs reached the top 10, with 30 of them climbing to number 1. This level of accomplishment cemented his status as one of the greatest artists in country music, while also establishing him as a symbol of transcending racial and societal barriers. Charley Pride's success was not only a result of his natural talent, but also of his unwavering determination and resilience. He once remarked, "I didn't come here to change the music industry. I came here to do what I love, and if that changes anything, then that's a bonus." Indeed, Charley's success did more than transform his own life. It shook the foundations of the country music industry, leaving behind a legacy that continues to be celebrated with admiration by future generations. Personal life and marriage. Charley Pride, a towering figure in country music, was not only renowned for his successful career, but also for the complexities of his personal life. He faced societal prejudices, career controversies, and deeply intricate family secrets, weaving a life story that was both illustrious and laden with pain, captivating the curiosity of his audience. In 1956, while serving in the military in Memphis, Tennessee, Charley met Rosine Corin, a smart and graceful nurse. Their shared values and mutual understanding quickly brought them together. After a brief courtship, Charley and Rosine married during the Christmas holiday that same year. Their marriage lasted over 60 years, an extraordinary feat in the entertainment industry. Together, they had 3 children, Craig, Dion, and Angela, along with 5 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. Rosine was not just Charley's life partner, but also his most significant emotional support. After their marriage, she left her nursing career to focus on raising their family and supporting Charley's burgeoning music career. She took on the primary role of raising their children, providing them with love and a solid education, despite Charley's demanding performance schedule. However, their marriage was not without its struggles. In the late 1970s, Charley Pride had an extramarital affair with a flight attendant, Joyce Ann Tynes, during one of his tours. The relationship lasted nearly a decade, and according to Joyce, it was not a fleeting romance. "Charley loved me and we loved each other," she stated. They even planned to have a child together. In 1979, their relationship resulted in the birth of Tyler, Charley's secret son. The arrival of Tyler was a secret Charley was determined to keep hidden. He feared that revealing the affair would not only destroy his family's happiness, but also cause irreparable damage to his music career, especially as he was at the height of his fame. To maintain this secrecy, Charley limited his contact with Tyler to just a few phone calls each year. According to Tyler, these rare calls were far from enough to fill the void of having a present father. "I love him, but I never really felt like he was my dad," Tyler shared. The situation truly escalated in 1990 when Joyce filed a lawsuit against Charley for child support. Charley initially denied paternity, leading to a DNA test in 1992. The results were indisputable. Charley Pride was Tyler's biological father. The court ruled that he owed $92,000 in back child support and mandated monthly payments of $4,000 until Tyler turned 18. Additionally, Tyler's last name was changed to Pride, officially linking him to his famous father. Although the financial matters were resolved, the relationship between Tyler and Charley remained strained. Tyler felt abandoned, always living in the shadow of a famous father who was absent in his life. "When he passed away, I wasn't even informed. I only found out through a friend," Tyler shared with pain. This deepened the sense of isolation and rejection he had endured throughout his life. Charley Pride's death on December 12, 2020, further complicated family tensions. Tyler filed a lawsuit against the family to claim his inheritance, alleging that he was excluded from the will to protect family secrets and the Charley Pride brand. He argued that not being notified of his father's passing reflected the ongoing unfair treatment he had faced. Rosine, Charley's wife and executor of the will, firmly disputed these claims. She asserted that Charley had provided for Tyler throughout his life and described the lawsuit as an attempt to exploit the situation financially. "Charley was never one to let anyone threaten him, and neither am I," she declared in a statement. Outside the family, Charley's death also sparked controversies regarding the circumstances leading to his COVID-19 infection. Just weeks before his passing, Charley attended the CMA Awards to receive the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award and performed his classic "Kiss an Angel Good Morning" alongside young artist Jimmy Allen. While the organizers insisted that all performers had been tested for COVID-19 multiple times and strict precautions were in place, holding an indoor event during the pandemic raised concerns. Singer Maren Morris publicly voiced her unease, stating that if Charley's death was linked to the event, it would be an outrage. Charley's family, particularly Rosine, denied any connection between his death and the CMA Awards. They emphasized that Charley had tested negative several times after the event and that no evidence suggested it was the source of his infection. Nonetheless, the controversy sparked broader discussions among fans and media. Although debates about the circumstances of Charley's death remain unresolved, one thing is certain: his passing left a profound sense of loss among his fans. He died at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy not only of music, but also of resilience in overcoming social barriers. The family disputes and societal controversies following his death only highlight the monumental legacy and the complex life Charley Pride left behind. Legacy and impact. The passing of Charley Pride marked not just the end of a remarkable artist's life, but also solidified his profound influence on culture and music. As the first Black artist to gain recognition at the Grand Ole Opry and a 2000 inductee into the Country Music Hall of Fame, Charley shattered societal barriers, paving the way for young talents from minority communities. With over 70 million records sold worldwide, he proved that music has the power to transcend prejudice and unite people. Another significant part of Charley's legacy is the message of peace he spread through his music. His song, "Crystal Chandeliers," was not just a hit, but a symbol of hope in Northern Ireland, a region long plagued by political and ethnic conflict. In 1976, he performed the song in Belfast, a meaningful gesture during a time of deep division. Charley's music helped audiences on both sides find common ground, serving as a bridge between seemingly irreconcilable differences. Beyond his music career, Charley Pride left a notable mark in sports. He was a part owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team, reflecting his enduring passion for the sport he loved as a young man. Additionally, he composed the theme song for the Dallas Cowboys football team, extending his influence into diverse areas and forging strong connections with fans across various interests. In 2020, Charley was honored with the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award by the CMA, marking the highest recognition for his relentless contributions. This accolade was not just a celebration of an exceptional artist, but also a testament to his role as a trailblazer. A man who broke through the limitations of his era to leave behind a profound musical and social legacy. Charley Pride was not just a great country music star, he was a symbol of resilience and the ability to overcome societal barriers. From a boy who grew up in poverty, he reached heights few dared to dream of, leaving behind a legacy of music and social impact worthy of deep respect. Though he is no longer with us, Charley Pride lives on through his songs, messages of peace, and the hope he brought to so many. He not only inspired generations of artists, but also provided immense encouragement to those striving to overcome challenges and achieve success. What are your thoughts on the life and legacy of Charley Pride? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to discover more inspiring stories. See you in the next video.